To close out the month of February, we have a rather large patch week. But before we get into that, one quick announcement. Double XP Live is currently ongoing and will be live until March 3rd, ending on 12 noon game time. If you haven't already, get in there and start earning XP. If you're not 110 runecrafting, now's the time to do it, as it will be the game update launching next week. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you'd like to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Anyways, the patch notes for today's update are as follows. In terms of hotfixes, they fixed an issue where the clenched achievement from the ambassador was not triggering as expected. Fixed an issue that prevented any mechanical based tasks for barrels Rise of the 6 from triggering. Fixed an issue where defeated Hurricane was not triggering speed kill achievements. Fixed an issue that meant the I See Them Coming achievement was being marked as complete for any group members that did not receive damage while other group members did receive damage. Now the entire team will fail the achievement as expected. Fixed an issue where next AOD combat mastery achievements were checking for a group size of 6 and below rather than 7 and below. Fixed an issue that prevented players from unlocking Spread the Blight after beating Solak. Faced an issue where the I'm Watching You achievement would fail even if the player had stun immunity. Fixed an issue where the One That Speaks But Doesn't Stun achievement wasn't triggering correctly, as Raksha's Shadow Bomb attack would fail the achievement unintentionally. Fixed an issue with the In Spirit of Things achievement triggering again post completion. Fixed an issue with the War's Grimoire that resulted in players being able to change their spellbook without unlocking the Grimoire from War's shop first. Fixed an issue with the Burn Fury Burn achievement not getting ticked off on completion despite getting confirmation in the chat box. Fixed an issue with the First Contact achievement that meant it was awarded to players who had tagged General Grardar in the base world and then moved to another instance boss fight where the base world Grardar was killed by another player. Virago's kill speed achievements now complete at the beginning of the end cutscene rather than at the end. And fixed an issue that meant the Flipping the Script achievement for Kalzuk could fail at wave 4 and wave 18 rather than the intended behavior of only being failable on wave 18. Moving on, we have some non-hotfix changes to the combat mastery achievements. Fixed an issue where normal achievements were shared instead of combat mastery achievements after quick responding to a combat mastery quick message. Fixed an issue that prevented any messaging for the achievement "Tis but a flesh wound." Fixed an issue that prevented players from unlocking the "This Blight is ours" after beating Solak. Fixed a typo in the description of Bombing Run. The description of Champions of the Gobies and Sanctum of Rebirth Perfect now mentions that the achievement fail when a player leaves. Achievements that require multiple achievements to unlock always display their requirements. Fixed an issue that meant the Next Angel of Death Perfect and Next Angel of Death Unorthodox achievements could appear to trigger a success when the required sub-achievements had actually failed. Anti-fire shields and their variants can now be used to complete the classic dragon killing achievement. Fixed an issue that would cause an error when any of the achievements under the Zamorakian Undercity meta achievement were selected. Fixed an issue that marked the player as eligible too early for the achievement Zamehameha while fighting against Zamorak. Moving on to some general changes, the chat message color for receiving both blue and purple Christmas presents is now consistent when turning in wrapping paper or letters. Changed quest information for unwelcome guests to reflect the level of enemies encountered in the quest. Players no longer block from receiving the Silver Crescent key in the Vengeance Saga if the dialogue is interrupted. Adjusted blocking on White Wolf Mountain. Updated various familiars with the correct inventory capacity. Fixed an issue with the Volcanic Trapper outfit where players would come stuck inside the Eternal Tree when using the following teleport destinations: Ruby Harvest and Chinchampa. Daily fishing challenge messages no longer appear if fish have been consumed by Furnace Perk. Players can now start the Curse of Zaryl's mini quest upon receiving the Ring of Visibility without needing to complete the Desert Treasure quest. Premium hairstyles no longer clip through hats. Fixed several instances of broken shadowing with cliffs in the snowy north of the game world. The bank chest in the Guthix Memorial area now provide the healing effect found in other banks across the game world. Fixed an issue that caused hardcore Iron Man players to lose their hardcore status after dying within the Castle Wars minigame. Corrected the name of the Flagfall quest on French Worlds that appears in the Arc mini-quest completion interface. Corrected the message mentioning fletching when the Fort Furin 3 sawmill uses logs from the wood box. Cursed Amascut Sand has been properly capitalized. Added point lights to buildings in Port Sarim. Fixed an issue where players' path around the woodcutting bench in Port Friendly was blocked. Updated the lighting in the basement of Bergerat Bar as it was excessively dark. The basement is now lit correctly. The health and safety inspectors are satisfied. Updated Sears Village iconography in the area task list to reflect the correct location. Players no longer able to take the Kinetic Cyclone or the Odak Coil into the Chaos Tunnels. They couldn't be used there anyway. Fixed Fixed an issue that caused the game to suddenly disconnect if you use the Hotfix bow or other ranged weapons after using the Metamorphosis ability. The Bullseye Lantern obtained from Didymus, the Lorehound, now properly illuminates the darkness in the Menaphos and Sophonim underground area. Fixed an issue where using the curry leaf on the magic notepaper would bring up nothing interesting happens message. Updated to ensure only divination energies can be stored in the Nightmare Muspa. Updated messaging when using member teleports on non-member worlds. Prevented an unsafe area issue when spawning into tall grass in the big game hunter immediately after luring the creature out of hiding. Fixed a graphical issue with various candles. Added anti-spam to messaging when not using the correct spellbook. Tweaked which boss selection log is displayed while inside a Rex Matriarch encounter. If you're in the main section of the area with the 3 matriarchs, their standard boss collection will open. If you're in the smaller section of the arena with Osius, the Osius specific boss collection log will open. The Protect from Summoning prayer is now deactivated when attempting to activate the Eclipse Soul prayer at the same time, and the execute effect from the tier 3 guardhouse now applies correctly during the Rune Dragon phase change. Lastly, we got some graphical changes. Fixed an animation issues if the Rune Dragon died while it was flying. Fixed floating masonry in Ungale. Fixed an issue where incorrect sprite would appear next to the normal group Iron Man player's name. Fixed gaps in the floor inside the building that is adjacent to Killy's blacksmith shop. Corrected the VFX of the overpower ability overrides when it's cast with two-handed melee weapons. Cosmetically updated the Dark Mage, Supreme Dark Mage, Tower Mage, and Tower Archmage robe bottoms to ensure graphical consistency. Fixed an issue with the floating tree outside Fort Forinthry. The tree's been lowered and it's no longer floating in midair. The lights inside Granny Potterington's house no longer illuminate the outside assets. And lastly, updated the hilltop in Salvaria to bring it in line with the surrounding area. And that is it for your main update and patch notes. Links to everything discussed in the video will be down in the description below. Head on over there to check them out if you wish to do so. If you missed last week's video and you'd like to see what that update was, the video is on screen now. Looking forward to seeing you there, and if not, I'll see you at the next RuneScape news coverage video. Till then, I'm out. Aloha.